Hey, what's up, hardheads? Welcome back to my channel, and I hope all you guys had an amazing Halloween. This has been a busy month of October for me personally, but now we're in November. But you know, this is a Halloween horror movie channel, so I'm just going to keep going on and on with these reviews and things like that. We're here to talk about Halloween Kills. Halloween Kills has officially wrapped. The production is done shooting, and now all we have to do is wait for editing and, you know, the trailer to be officially released. But before I get any further into the news and stuff with Halloween Kills, I just want to give a shout out to my buddy Cameron Chaney. He had released a book called Autumn Crow. I got my copy right here, so shout out to my boy Cameron. He's been doing his thing for a couple of years, and you know, I'm so happy that I found his channel because I'm into a lot of the stuff that he talks about as far as books and things like that. And he's a huge Goosebumps fan, just like me, and I just couldn't wait to get my hands on his book. I've been telling him I was going to get it for a while, and now I officially got it, and I can't wait to read it. And this is going to be good to read in November because for a lot of people that's, you know, feeling somber about Halloween and October passing, reading this book, I feel like that it'll put you right back into that atmosphere. So I can't wait to dig deep into this, and I can't wait to read this. I'm going to put the link to his channel and where you can purchase the book down below. So yeah, check out my boy Cameron's book, Autumn Crow. Throughout the shooting, we've been getting a whole bunch of stills from the movie. Little, you know, pictures here and there, little behind the scenes stuff. And on Halloween, Jamie Lee Curtis on her Instagram had released a video, a really short video of behind the scenes work going on in Halloween Kills.
Where did you see him? Where was he? Where?
Action.
Happy Halloween.
And I wanted to wait, you know, until this movie ended before I started talking about like news and things like that, only because, you know, I just want to see everything just come full circle and get official announcements. And then when the production is done, that's how you know that, you know, the information is right, because everything is there. So Halloween Kills officially wrapped. You know, we had news that Jamie Lee Curtis only worked a couple days. She didn't really have a long shooting, you know, days like all the other actors. So there's been there's been talks, you know, about her dying in the sequel here, or maybe her just being in the hospital majority of the movie, and then she comes back in Halloween Ends, which should be the last of the trilogy here. We got some photos, guys, to talk about. We have to talk about the people that's coming back. So far, as you guys know, and if you don't know, I'm here to tell you now that we got little Tommy Doyle, little Lindsay Wallace coming back. We got Sheriff Brackett. We got Nurse Marion. If you guys are not familiar with Nurse Marion, she was in the very beginning of the first Halloween, where she was riding in the car with Dr. Loomis, and she first seen that the patients has escaped and Michael attacked her while she was in the car. And she was also in Halloween 2 in 1981. So they bring her back, you know, for Halloween Kills, and I'm excited about that. They bringing back a whole bunch of people from the original, and I'm a little worried, but at the same time, I'm a little excited at the same time as well, because, you know, it's only so much you can do with all these characters and then storylines, and you don't want it to be a huge fan service, because then sometimes that could take away from the actual plot of the film. We're going to get into some of these stills real quick. I know what you guys think at the comments down below, what you guys think about the movie so far, just by looking at these stills and what you think is going to happen in these particular stills. So let's get into our first one. So the first still I pulled up here is I see a woman with a flashlight and a little girl or a teenager or whatever on a swing, and I see in the video it looked like she was trying to talk to the person on the swing, and she kind of just like turned around quickly with her flashlight. She heard a noise or something. It looked like in this picture, this is Lindsay Wallace, who is being played by Kyle Richards. And if you guys know, Kyle Richards is a Real Housewives of Beverly Hills person now, whatever. But I'm kind of happy to see that she's back on, you know, into this franchise as Lindsay Wallace. So I'm happy to see her back on here. You know, I got my theories about her, see what's going on, how she's going to possibly survive and die. But honestly, I think she's going to die, because you can't just bring back all these people from the original and just keep them all alive. Somebody got to die. And I feel like if Lindsay doesn't die, then it'll be Tommy. But I'm so happy to see, that she's back on here. So yeah. In this one picture here, it looked like we have a little kid walking down the street, and we see Michael Myers hiding behind a bush. And it appears that this character is probably little Lonnie Lamb. Or Elam, or whatever how you pronounce his name. And if you guys also are a huge fan of the Halloween 1978 version, Lonnie Lamb has been talked up a lot because he was the little kid that picked on Tommy Doyle when they were younger. And it appears to look like that he's wearing the same clothes as the character did in 1978. So I'm happy to see that they're doing flashbacks maybe, because there's no reason why Lonnie would make another appearance on here. So maybe we're going to see another run-in with Lonnie and Michael Myers here. The only thing that bothers me is that I wonder how Michael had time in that 1978 movie to have a confrontation with Lonnie Lamb, because when you watch the movie, you see him drive and stalk Laurie and Andy up into that area, and he's pretty much plotting his move and stalking them, and his focus is on those girls. So I'm not too sure if he kind of like lost focus, went back to the area where Lonnie's at, or just come across Lonnie to mess with him, and then just came back and went back to Laurie and her friends. I don't know. It's going to be a little confusing, but we only can see the movie to find out what's going on with Michael and Lonnie. So, and also in Halloween 2018, was Allison's boyfriend is Lonnie Lamb's, I guess, son or whatever. So, yeah, it's an interesting connection here between the Halloween universe or whatever. But I'm happy to see that we're going to get some flashbacks as well. In this next still, it looked like we have a grown-up Tommy Doyle, holding a baseball bat, and it looked like he's getting into some things. I don't know. It looked like he's probably in front of a car, and he sees Michael, and he's going to try to, do some damage or something. I'm happy to see that Tommy Doyle is back as a grown adult on here, or to see his perspective of things, because to be honest, he had more of a run-in with Michael Myers than Lindsay Wallace did. Like, he kept seeing him all over the place. He was the one that noticed Michael from a distance. He was the one that noticed Michael, carrying Annie and things like that. He's seen him more, where Lindsay don't even know what the shape looked like until the end of the movie. And, anybody could have told her anything and said, hey, that's just, Tommy's dad playing a joke. And she probably would have been like, oh, okay. But, in that case, it wasn't, because, we all know what happened at the end of Halloween. There's also been news that Paul Rudd was supposed to play this part, but even though Paul Rudd is a great actor, he's been around for a while, he already had his chance as Tommy Doyle on Halloween 6. And it would be kind of confusing, because this sequel here, or this Halloween universe, is not connected to Halloween 2, 4, 5, 6. All the Halloween movies we got after the first one in 1978 is not being connected to this one. So if you bring back Paul Rudd as Tommy Doyle, it just probably wouldn't be right, because people will get confused, like, oh, well, this is the same universe, when it's actually not. So I'm happy that he went a different approach with Tommy Doyle, and this, this actor here, I think his name is Anthony Michael Hall. I'm sorry if I got his name confused, but he was on The Breakfast Club. He was in a lot of 80s movies. And he does look like older Tommy Doyle. So I'm happy that they're bringing Tommy Doyle back. Next still here, we have Karen Stroh, who is played by Judy Greer. And I love Judy Greer. I've always been a fan of hers. But I'm happy to see that she's also back, which I already knew that she was going to be back. But it looked like she's in the hospital in this photo. And if you look closely into the reflection behind her in the glass mirror or the glass window, you see Laurie Strode in her hospital bed. So we also want to have Haddonfield Memorial Hospital back, which was the main, location in the original Halloween 2. So they're going to bring it back into this one. And I have a feeling that Laurie's going to spend most of her time in the hospital here. And Judy Greer probably going to be in here with her the whole entire time mostly. So we probably won't see too much of them too in this movie. But I'm sure Allison's probably going to be out here doing, a lot more than these two characters. This next photo here, we have Michael Myers coming out from Laurie Strode's house. Well, at least it looked like Laurie Strode's house, but it has to be, because if you guys see Halloween 2018, he got pretty much blown up in the basement of Halloween 2018, and he obviously escaped, and we see him escaping this burning house. And this is a really, really dope shot of Michael Myers coming from like the burning house. Like, it looked like he's holding like a pipe or something that he used to escape from the basement, or maybe he pulled something from the basement to knock down those like wooden spike things that was keeping him locked down there. That's just my theory of how he escaped. But this shot is pretty decent. Like I love like him just coming out, just standing there on the porch with the rain or the water coming down from the top of the roof, and the whole house is in flames. Like this is a dope shot, and I'm hoping to see at least a little bit of burntness to Michael's mask. Like we already know that he's got shot up. He got three of his fingers blown off. He got grazed in the side of his face. With being shot by Karen Strode, and Lori. And him being in this fire, especially if it's a latex mask and it's an old mask, any type of heat, especially that close to a fire, should at least burn or melt some part of the mask onto Michael Myers' face. So I'm hoping that we get some, different, more sinister, dope ass look on Michael Myers' new mask. But this shot right here is my favorite out of the stills that I pulled from this video, and I just can't wait to see this moment in this video. And I have it playing in my head right now. Yes, I'm a geek, guys. I have this iconic moment of him just coming out from like the door while the whole house is burning, and we hear an amazing John Carpenter score as he like approaches the door while he's holding that pipe while the whole house is burning. So I'm excited. Hopefully that vision comes true. If so, I'm gonna be super excited because I always put these things together in my head and hoping that it'll turn out to be the way I picture it. But this shot is decent. I love it. I love it. This is my favorite shot. And in this next slide here, I see a nurse that looked like that she's shooting at a car or somebody that's in a car. And as I look deeper into this still, this looks like the nurse from Halloween 2018. It was a very, very, very brief moment, but if you guys remember the scene where Michael was doing his killing spree, and it was a one-track shot of him going house to house killing people, you actually see a young woman come out in a nurse outfit, and she's getting in the car, and she makes eye contact with Michael Myers, and he makes eye contact back with her. And when I watched that scene, I always knew something was interesting about that scene, because why did she just make that eye contact with him? And it was just like a weird connection that it was like a story left untold for me. Like a lot of people, it just kind of went over their head, but for me, even when I watched it in theaters, I'm just like, okay, everybody in this street that's watching this man probably walking, because obviously it's Halloween, so everybody's dressed up, thinking nothing of it. Why did she just make that sudden stop and like look at him? And he looked at her, and then he just broke eye contact with her, and then went up to the house. So I'm happy to see that they're bringing this character back. As it appears, her name is Vanessa. I'm curious to see what they're going to do with this character, because it looks like she's shooting at a car. It could be Michael Myers. So if it is Michael Myers, like I'm wondering how like she come across him again. Like where did they had her running in? Because I know in the majority of the film of Halloween 2018, we didn't see much of Michael Myers. We just see him going throughout the house, and when we got a scene with him, we just seen him there. Maybe we won't get more of Michael Myers' point of view in this movie. The spots that we didn't see him in 2018, we're maybe going to see it in this movie that we missed out on. It's like we're seeing it from his eyes. So maybe he did come across the sexy nurse, and again at a party, or they got into an accident and he happened to be there, and she pulls out a gun in her glove compartment with her husband or her boyfriend, whoever that was with her, and try to shoot at him. I don't know, but obviously she got a important role, and I can't wait to see what's happening in this scene right here. The actress that's playing the sexy nurse Vanessa is Carmela McNeil. I guess she's a new actress, and I'm excited to see what she brings to this character here. She does have like a significant role in here. Hopefully she kills it, and we can remember her scene in the Halloween franchise, because we all have that one scene from each movie, or maybe a couple scenes from each movie that we remember that character by, regardless if they're annoying, talk too much, or had the most epic kill, or had the most epic killing. Hopefully her character has an epic moment in this film. So yeah, I can't wait to see what's going on with her. And this next still, the still is not inside the trailer that Jamie Lee Curtis had released, but I filmed this like just yesterday actually, because Halloween had wrapped, and I filmed this on the Instagram page, and it looked like we have Tommy Doyle, Lindsay Wallace, and Nurse Marion Chambers. And I'm excited to see all three of them together, but I'm also curious to know what the hell is happening in the scene to have all three of them together. And of course, it looked like we have Tommy as the leader here. It looked like they're inside a bar or just just somewhere trying to get answers. I don't know. All this is like bugging me out because I want to know the answers like right now. But I'm also scared because again, like us getting excited seeing these characters, like for a normal horror person or just not a Halloween enthusiast, like like some of us are, they won't understand this scene here. But for some of us that know these characters, we know who these characters are, so it's making us even more excited. Well, at least for me. So I want to know what's going on in this scene. When I seen this right here, I was just like, yes, we got some of these people back. I'm just super excited. I'm just super excited. We got so many people back, and these three people, at least two out of the three gotta die. And it's unfortunate that I have to say that, but Halloween 2018. I'm gonna just go back to Halloween 2018 real quick. It's a good movie, but it's not what I expected. I have yet to review this movie. I'm going to do it very soon. A lot of people that went into this movie watching it for the first time in the theater loved it. They just had this high. For me, even though I'm a big and huge Halloween fan, I try to go into it not expecting much, but at least expecting a little bit of Halloween 1978 from it. I mean, well, in it, because if you're going to do a sequel and Halloween, from Halloween 1978, you have to have some type of essence from that movie. And we did, but it was kind of like, just it just didn't exceed my expectations. And the more I watch that movie, the more problems I have with it. I still love the movie, and I still love parts and scenes about it. The best parts about that movie, honestly, to me, is Michael Myers, the score, and of course Jamie Lee Curtis. Those are the three main factors you have to have in a Halloween movie, and it did its job. But the scares itself, the stalking of Michael Myers, well, the lack thereof stalking of Michael Myers wasn't there. Dr. Sartain, I love this character in the beginning, and what they did with him towards the end was kind of garbage. So there's a lot of things that for me was wrong in this movie where they could have left out into a deleted scene or just whatever. So I'm hoping for Halloween Kills to be successful and just be darker and grittier. We have to have a lot more kills. Like, we got some dope ass kills in Halloween 2018. A lot of the dope ass kills though were off screen. And yes, I do love off screen kills, but if you're gonna see Michael actually doing some actual kills, they need to be as vicious as the off screen kills that we appear to see. So with the title of Halloween Kills, we need to see a lot more of vicious Michael Myers. My thing is, I want Michael Myers to come back with a vengeance. I need him to be angry. I need him to try to get revenge back on these women that pretty much fucked them up and try to, and left them for dead to blow up. And I just need him to be even more savage in this movie. Again, with a title named Halloween Kills, I don't want a whole bunch of flashbacks. Cool. A certain amount of flashbacks is cool. And also bringing back some characters is cool. But I really need next movie that's coming here. We're not going to talk about Halloween Ends because that has yet to be filmed. Halloween Kills needs to up its game. Coming from Halloween 2018, we got our Jamie Lee Curtis and her dealing with the trauma and things like that. Okay, we need to get back into the essence of Michael Myers in this movie, and I can't wait to see it, and hopefully, if that's what's happening. So hopefully our dreams will come true, and that's what we'll get. So yeah, guys, I can't wait to see Halloween Kills. Again, the production has wrapped. Now all we have to do is wait for a trailer. You know how impatient of a horror fans or Halloween fans we are. So we just can't wait to see this. One thing I will say too before I go is that I just hope that they don't give us too much like they did Halloween 2018. The most iconic scenes that was in Halloween 2018 in the movie, they showed in the trailer, and it was no longer scary for us. So hopefully they learned from that first movie, and in this movie here that we're getting next year, we don't get that. Show us as little as possible, even though more is great because it gives us something to talk about. But show as little as possible so when we go into this movie, we'd be surprised we have something to talk about, and we could talk about our favorite scene and not just analyze the trailers. And like I said, yes, it gives us something to talk about and look forward to, and you have to sell the movie. But you guys did that with Halloween 2018. So for these next two movies, just show us very, very little. Pretty sure it will do just as well in the box office as 2018 did. So yeah, guys, let me know what you guys thought about these stills at the bottom. Let me know if you guys want to think this movie is going to be bomb, amazing, better than the last one, and let me know if you're excited as well. So yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment on this video. And again, guys, I'm super excited. I just, I kept going through these stills, just super excited or whatever. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about the video, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that business. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.